Good morning. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Farriba. Each week, as we focus on self-care and wellness tips for our minds and our bodies, I'll bring a short 5-minute exercise that will combine wellness tips with breathing practices so that we can keep self-care and wellness at the forefront of our minds throughout the week. I'm a graduate of a program called Breathe for Change. Breathe for Change's mission is changing the world one teacher at a time. My personal mission as a graduate is to bring health and wellness into the school system so that teachers and students can thrive, not just survive, each day in the classroom and in life. Let's get started. We've all had days when we feel like our emotions are just overwhelming us and that we're out of control. But if we take small intentional steps, we can navigate those emotions with compassion and care and not feel like we are on that emotional roller coaster. Today, I'd like to share a simple process that offers practical ways to cope with difficult emotions because when we can identify what is at the root of our feelings, it is so much easier to deal with those feelings and those emotions rationally. Let's take a look at this diagram together and begin to walk through the process of coping with difficult feelings or difficult emotions. The very first thing teachers and students need to do when we're feeling overwhelmed by emotions is just to name what we're feeling. Are we angry? Are we frustrated? Do we feel disrespected? Are we feeling any physical results of our emotion? Are we shaking? Is our heart racing? After we identify how we're feeling, let's just stop and pause and accept those emotions without trying to brush them off, without trying to put them under the table or change how we're feeling. Third, we can get curious. We can ask ourselves, what has happened that makes us feel this way? After we can try to figure out what the root of the problem is, let's figure out what we need. Do we need more time to process? Do we need to talk to a trusted friend, maybe another teacher or a counselor? Finally, we can ask ourselves, what do we need at the moment to make ourselves feel better and more in control of our emotions? Do we maybe need to step out of the classroom for a minute, just remove ourselves from the situation, or take a few deep breaths to calm our nervous system down? I'd like to end today with a breathing practice called balanced breathing. It's a great way to regulate your central nervous system and just calm down your body. We'll breathe in for a count of 3, and then we'll breathe out for a count of 3. Let's get started. Find a comfortable seat. You can stand or you can sit in your seat. Wherever you are, ground down through your feet. Relax your shoulders down your back. You can close your eyes or just soften your gaze down at your desk or down at the floor, whichever feels better for you. I invite you to place one hand on your heart and the other on top. Begin to connect to your heartbeat. And connect to your breath. Now let's breathe in for 3 counts. Breathe in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. Continue doing that at your own pace. If your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes. And notice how your body feels after practicing balanced breathing. Thanks so much for joining me today for 5 Minutes with Farriba. I hope to see you next week as we focus on self-care and wellness for our bodies and our minds.